All right, so there are already 14 participants in the class. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good
teacher.
morning, teacher.
Okay, so everyone, how are you today?
I am okay.
I'm fine. I am okay.
Very good. Spell the word fine. Letter F, I, N, E. Fine. Okay. All right. How about the word good? Spell the word good.
Good.
Very good. Okay. So what is the date today? Today is
Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Today is
Spell Monday. Look at.
Monday.
Very good. Okay. Gao, what is the color for Monday?
Yellow.
Yellow. All right. So let's start. All right. Can you see that? Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yeah.
This is our topic for today. Our topic is all about the scientific mind. Okay. So the subject is science and this is for grade 5. Okay. So this is the book that you are going to use. It's the color pink. So let's start with our vocabulary words. Okay. Please follow teacher number 1. Scientists.
Scientist.
Again, scientists.
Scientist.
Very good. Number 2, learn.
Learn.
Number 3, all right, so just follow teacher. Number 3, answer. Number 4, know. Again, know. All right. Number 5, sing. Sing. Okay. Number 6, skills. Again, skills. Right. Number 7, time. Time. Number 8, method. Again, method. Okay. Number 9, eager. Again, eager. And number 10, we have the word curious. Again, curious. All right, please spell number 7, letter T.
T-I-M-E.
Very good. T-I-M-E. Okay, that is how you spell the word time. Okay. All right, so those are our vocabulary words for this topic. So let's move on to our topic for today. Okay. So we have here the scientific mind. Okay. So the scientific mind, when we learn science using the scientific process, we will think like scientists. Okay. So again, when we learn science using the scientific process. So what is the scientific process again? This is the process that we have learned last week, right? Okay, so if we are going to use that, we will think like scientists. Okay, so we should use the scientific method to learn and answer questions. Okay, so again, we should use the scientific method to learn and answer questions. Okay, also, we have to use the science process skills all the time. This will help us to know more and think like scientists. We say that we have a scientific mind. We should think like a scientist. Okay? And if we are thinking like a scientist, we should use the scientific process. Okay? So if you want to answer a question, we should use the scientific method. Okay? This will help us to know more and think like scientists. Okay? So again, a scientific mind is the traits. Okay? When we say traits, these are the characters of a person who studies science through the scientific process. Okay? So a person with a scientific mind is careful. Okay, so these are the traits. Careful, eager to learn, honest, patient, responsible, reasonable, curious, work with others, kind, and open-minded. Okay, so those are the characters or the traits of a person who studies science through the scientific process. Okay, so if you have a scientific mind, you should have these kinds of traits or these kinds of characters, which is, again, let us read. We have here careful, eager to learn. When we say eager to learn, you are willing to know something. You are eager or willing to learn anything. Okay, right. We have here also honest. So when we say honest, you should not lie, right? You should be honest. And we have here also patient, responsible, okay? For example, your mother told you to do your household chores. You should be responsible in doing those things, okay? All right, so being responsible is not only in doing scientific works. You can also do that or apply that every day, okay? So we also have here reasonable, okay? You have curious, okay? When we say curious, okay, this is the curiosity of knowing something or learning something, okay? Work with others, okay? When we say work with others, you are willing to work with other people or other person like your classmates or your friends, okay? Next, we have here kind, okay? So having a scientific should have a trait of being kind also, okay? So you should be kind with others. And also, the last one is open-minded. Being open-minded is that you are willing to learn anything, okay? So those are the traits of a person who studies science through the scientific process. All right, so we have here an examples of the characteristics with scientific mind, okay? We have here being eager to learn. So as you can see in the picture, the girl here is eager to learn. That's why it shows that she is interested. Okay. All right. Also in being curious in number 2. All right. So since the girl is curious about the flower, that's why she is studying more about it. Okay. So she is using a magnifying glass to look further at the flowers because she is curious. She is curious to know more about the flower. Okay. Next one here is being open-minded. Okay. So being open-minded, right? So you are willing to listen to the other's idea. Okay. Right. Next, we have here being able to work with others. All right. So you are willing to work with others, you are not just working alone. So you should be willing to work with other people like your friends or your classmates. Okay. Next, we have here being willing to share knowledge with others. Okay. So you should be willing to share knowledge with others. So as you can see in the picture, the girl here is sharing what she knows to her classmates. So she is sharing her knowledge. So for example, you know something that is worth sharing for others, you should share also, okay? So that those people who are listening to you or your friends should learn about that thing also, and it may help them gain more knowledge, okay? So that is another trait of being or of having a scientific mind. Okay. So next we have here being responsible. Okay. So again, being responsible is that you are doing your part. Okay. So you should be responsible in doing your part. So for example, your teacher says you are going to answer your book, okay, you should do so because you are responsible, right? Yes. Okay. So we have here an activity. So please move back to page 15. Okay. So in page 15, we have here a group of students. Okay. So we have here Floyd, Kang, Tom, May, Non, and Kelsey. All right. We have here the instruction. Look at the picture and fill in the blanks using the science process skills. Okay. So in number 1, who has a scientific mind? Okay. So who do you think in the group has a scientific mind? Very good. The answer is Ploy. Why Ploy? Oh, this is Ploy because she is trying to make plans and she can work with others. Okay. And then in number 2, who does not have a scientific mind? It is very good. It's Tom. So as you can see in the picture, Tom is sleeping during the discussion. Okay. So he is not helping others or he is not cooperating. That's why we put Tom here as the answer because he doesn't have a scientific mind. Okay. So again, the reason is he is not cooperating. Okay. So that's for number 2. All right. Let's move on to number 3. Okay. So what are the traits of a person with a scientific mind? So we have here eager, curious, open-minded, responsible, and willing to work with others. Okay, so those are the traits of a person with a scientific mind. Okay, okay, is everyone finished? Everyone is finished?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's move on to the next activity, which is in page 17. Okay, so in here, you are going to draw a mind map, a diagram, or summarize what you have learned about the scientific process. So what are the scientific process again? It was sorted into 2 groups, right? So the first group here is the 8 basic science process skills and the 6 integrated science process skill. So what we did here is we made a diagram. We put here the scientific process and then we've made an arrow showing the first group is the 8 basic science process skill. And the second group here is the 6 integrated science process skills. Okay. So we're in below the 8 basic science process skills are the observing, measuring, using space-time relationships, inferring, using numbers, predicting, organizing data, and communicating. Okay. So those are the 8 basic science process skills. And the second group is the 6 integrated science process skills. We have here identifying and controlling variables, experimenting, formulating hypotheses, modeling, defining operationally, interpreting data, and making conclusions. Okay, so this is the diagram of the scientific process. Okay, so please answer your page 17 of your book and tell me if you are finished already. Okay, everyone, can you see it? Can you see this one, the process?
Yes. Yes. Teacher,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, please write down now. So you make a circle like this also, okay? You make oblongs like that, and then you write scientific process, you make an arrow. Okay, and then rectangle and an arrow. Okay, you follow what I did here, okay? So the answer is there already. You just need to copy.